Do your legs feel weak or cramp often? You might be blaming age, arthritis, or poor circulation, but what if I told you the real culprit could be sitting right in your fruit bowl? That's right. While fruits are often celebrated for their health benefits, not all of them are ideal for seniors, especially when it comes to muscle and leg strength. In fact, some popular fruits can actually lead to muscle fatigue, nerve issues, and poor circulation, three things that directly affect your ability to stand tall, walk steadily, or even get out of a chair without struggle. Here is the shocking part. Many seniors reach for fruits thinking they were making a smart choice. After all, how could nature's candy be harmful? But the truth is, some fruits are extremely high in sugars, potassium, or acids, which, when consumed regularly, can throw off your body's electrolyte balance, weaken your muscles, and deplete essential minerals like calcium and magnesium. These are critical for keeping your legs strong, flexible, and pain-free. And let's be clear, leg strength isn't just about looking fit. It's your foundation. It helps you keep your balance, avoid dangerous falls, and maintain independence as you age. Weak legs are often the beginning of mobility issues, and those can snowball into more serious health problems. So today we're setting the record straight. We're exposing 7 common fruits that could be silently sabotaging your leg health, fruits many seniors eat every single day, not knowing the risk. But don't worry, this isn't just about what to avoid. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share senior-friendly fruit alternatives that support muscle strength and joint health instead of draining it. Fruit number 1. Bananas. Bananas are often considered the go-to fruit for energy, especially for a quick snack or breakfast edition. But for seniors, especially those concerned with leg strength and muscle fatigue, bananas might not be as friendly as you think. Let's break it down. First, bananas are high in natural sugars. A medium banana contains around 14 grams of sugar and has a relatively high glycemic index. This means it can spike your blood sugar quickly. Now, why does this matter for your legs? Because sudden spikes and crashes in blood sugar can lead to inflammation and fatigue. Not just general tiredness, but muscle fatigue that affects your ability to walk or move steadily. And for seniors who may already have insulin resistance or prediabetes, those sugar surges can be even more harmful, interfering with how your muscles use glucose for energy. Another issue? Potassium overload. Yes, bananas are well known for their potassium, which is important for muscle function, but too much potassium, especially in people with kidney issues, a common concern among older adults, can do more harm than good. When your kidneys can't filter excess potassium efficiently, it builds up in the blood. This condition, known as hyperkalemia, can cause muscle weakness, cramping, and in severe cases, even paralysis. Now, this doesn't mean bananas are evil. They have fiber, vitamin B6, and antioxidants. But moderation is key. If you're eating multiple bananas a day thinking it will boost your energy, you may actually be sabotaging your muscle strength, particularly in your legs. So, what can you do instead? Swap bananas for fruits with a lower glycemic index and balanced nutrient profile. Berries, like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, are an excellent choice. They're packed with antioxidants and have less sugar, which means less inflammation and better blood sugar control. Papaya is another good option. It's rich in vitamin C and enzymes that help with digestion and reduce inflammation, great for joint and muscle health. And here, as a tip specifically for seniors, combine your fruit with a source of healthy fat or protein. For example, pair berries with a handful of nuts or some Greek yogurt. This slows down sugar absorption and gives your muscles the nutrients they need to stay strong and active. Remember, the goal isn't to fear fruit, it's to eat smarter. Your legs are your foundation, and the right nutrition can keep them strong, steady, and supportive for years to come. Bananas might be okay once in a while, but they shouldn't be your daily staple if leg strength is a concern. Let's move on to the next surprising fruit that might be affecting your mobility. Fruit number 2, grapes. Grapes may seem like the perfect snack, bite-sized, juicy, and delicious. But for seniors, especially those concerned with leg strength and overall mobility, grapes could be quietly contributing to muscle fatigue and weakness. Here's why. Grapes are naturally high in fructose, a type of sugar that your liver must metabolize. Unlike glucose, which your entire body can use for energy, fructose goes straight to the liver, where it's often converted into fat. Over time, a high intake of fructose, especially from sweet fruits like grapes, can lead to fat accumulation, not just around your waistline, but also in your blood vessels. This buildup can slow circulation and increase inflammation in the body. Why does this matter for your legs? Because your muscles rely on oxygen-rich blood to function properly. If circulation is compromised, your leg muscles may not get the oxygen and nutrients they need, resulting in fatigue, cramps, and overall weakness. Seniors are particularly vulnerable as circulation naturally declines with age, and conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or even dehydration can make things worse. Scientific studies have also shown a connection between high fructose diets and increased markers of inflammation in the body. Inflammation, especially chronic inflammation, can worsen joint pain, reduce flexibility, and interfere with muscle recovery. If you're noticing swelling, aching, or slower recovery after walking or standing, your fruit choices, like regularly snacking on grapes, might be part of the puzzle. This doesn't mean you need to ban grapes completely. They do have some health benefits. Grapes are rich in antioxidants, particularly resveratrol, which can protect your cells and support heart health. The key is in how and how much you consume them. Here's a smart tip. Limit your portion size. A small handful, about 10-15 grapes, is plenty. More than that, and you're consuming the equivalent sugar of a candy bar. Even better, pair grapes with a protein or fiber source, such as a few almonds, a slice of cheese, or a boiled egg. This helps slow down the sugar absorption, reducing spikes in blood sugar and the resulting inflammation. And remember, if you're reaching for grapes multiple times a day just because they're easy, it might be time to rethink your snacking routine. Consider switching it up with lower sugar fruits like kiwi or slices of apple with skin, which contains fiber and quercetin, good for circulation. Your legs do a lot for you. Keep them strong by making choices that support blood flow, reduce inflammation, and fuel your muscles, right? Grapes might be small, but their impact on your leg strength could be bigger than you think. Let us move on to the next fruit that might be affecting your mobility more than you realize. Fruit number 3, watermelon. Watermelon is one of the most refreshing fruits out there, especially in warm weather. It's juicy, sweet, and hydrating, but for seniors trying to maintain or improve leg strength, it might not be the muscle-friendly snack it appears to be. Here's the catch. Watermelon is made up of over 90% water and natural sugars, with very little else in terms of nutritional support for your muscles. It's low in essential nutrients like magnesium, calcium, and protein, key players when it comes to muscle function, repair, and preventing painful cramps. So while it might quench your thirst and satisfy your sweet tooth, it doesn't do much to fuel or protect your leg muscles. Now let's talk about leg strength. As we age, our muscle mass naturally declines, a condition known as sarcopenia. Seniors need more of the nutrients that help build and maintain muscle, not less. When you snack on something like watermelon alone, you're missing out on protein and key minerals like potassium and magnesium that are critical for muscle contraction and nerve function. Without these, you might start experiencing leg cramps, fatigue, or even minor spasms, especially if you're already dealing with circulation or hydration issues. Another hidden issue with watermelon is the potential for electrolyte imbalance, particularly if you're eating large amounts on hot days. Because it's so water-rich and low in sodium, overconsumption, especially without eating balanced meals, can flush essential electrolytes from your system. That may leave you feeling lightheaded, weak, or crampy, especially after exercise or walking. This is especially relevant for seniors who are already on medications like diuretics or blood pressure drugs, which can alter your body's fluid and electrolyte balance. Watermelon, though hydrating, doesn't replenish lost salts or provide the muscle repair nutrients your legs really need. But don't worry, this doesn't mean watermelon is off limits. It's still a natural, low-calorie food that can be part of a healthy diet. The trick is to pair it wisely. Instead of eating it alone as a snack, try combining a small bowl of watermelon with a protein-rich food like a few almonds, a spoonful of Greek yogurt, or some cottage cheese. That combination helps stabilize your blood sugar, supports muscle maintenance, and keeps your energy levels more stable. In short, watermelon can be a refreshing part of your diet, but relying on it too heavily, especially when your legs are already feeling tired or unsteady, isn't doing your body any favors. For stronger legs, aim for fruits that bring more than just sugar and water to the table. Your muscles deserve better fuel. Fruit number 4, pineapple. Pineapple is tropical, tasty, and bursting with sweet, tangy flavor. But for seniors concerned about leg strength and overall muscle health, this fruit might not be the best pick on a regular basis. Here's why. Pineapple is naturally high in acidity and contains a unique enzyme called bromelain. While bromelain has been praised for its digestive and anti-inflammatory properties in certain doses, too much of it, especially when consumed frequently, can irritate the lining of the stomach. This irritation can reduce your body's ability to properly absorb important nutrients like magnesium and calcium, which are absolutely essential for maintaining strong bones and muscle function. For seniors, this becomes especially concerning. As we age, our digestive systems often become more sensitive, and our ability to absorb minerals naturally declines. Add an acidic fruit like pineapple into the mix, and you may be unknowingly creating a barrier between your diet and your muscles' needs. When your body can't efficiently absorb calcium and magnesium, the first places to suffer are often your bones and leg muscles. Over time, this can contribute to weakness, cramping, or even issues with balance and stability. Now it is important to understand that this doesn't mean pineapple is bad for everyone. It has its benefits. It's high in vitamin C and can support immune function. But when eaten frequently, especially on an empty stomach or without other balancing foods, its acidity and enzyme load may work against your digestive comfort and mineral uptake. Another lesser-known issue is that pineapple has a relatively high glycemic index, meaning it can cause a quick spike in blood sugar. For seniors who are insulin-resistant or managing diabetes, these spikes can lead to energy crashes and muscle fatigue, not exactly what you want if your legs already feel unsteady or weak. So, what's the better move? Swap out pineapple for low-acid fruits that are gentler on your stomach and more supportive of mineral retention. Great choices include peaches, which are soft, sweet, and full of potassium and antioxidants without the acid punch. Or try cantaloupe. It's hydrating, low in sugar, and packed with vitamin C and beta-carotene, both of which help support tissue repair and immune health. Also, if you truly enjoy pineapple and don't want to cut it out entirely, try eating it in small portions and pairing it with a fat or protein source, like cottage cheese or a handful of walnuts, to reduce the glycemic impact and ease digestion. Avoid eating it on an empty stomach and opt for ripe pineapple, which tends to be slightly less acidic. Bottom line, while pineapple might be delicious and even healthy in moderation, its high acidity and digestive side effects can quietly contribute to leg weakness in seniors by interfering with the very nutrients your muscles rely on. Choose gentler fruits, eat mindfully, and your legs will thank you for it. Fruit number 5, canned fruit in syrup. It might seem convenient and even nutritious, but canned fruit in syrup is one of the sneakiest culprits when it comes to sabotaging your leg strength, especially for seniors. You may think you're doing your body a favor by adding fruit to your diet, But if it's swimming in thick, sugary syrup, it's doing more harm than good. Let's break it down. The problem with canned fruits isn't key to just the fruit itself. It's the syrup they are packed in. These syrups are usually made from high fructose corn syrup or other forms of refined sugar, which are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. This rapid absorption causes blood sugar levels to spike, triggering an insulin response and setting off a cycle of inflammation in the body. Why is that a big deal for your legs? Chronic inflammation and insulin resistance, which are both fueled by high sugar intake, are directly linked to muscle breakdown over time. For seniors, this means faster loss of lean muscle mass, especially in the legs, which are crucial for mobility, balance, and independence. Weak leg muscles increase the risk of falls, slower recovery after injuries, and even reduced ability to perform simple tasks like walking upstairs or getting out of a chair. Another hidden issue with canned fruits and syrup is the presence of preservatives and additives. Some canned products contain sulfites or other chemicals to extend shelf life and enhance color, but these compounds can contribute to oxidative stress in the body. Over time, oxidative stress damages cells, including muscle cells, and can further diminish your strength and stamina. Fresh fruit, on the other hand, contains natural sugars bundled with fiber, water, and essential nutrients. These components work together to slow sugar absorption, keep your energy levels stable, and nourish your muscles. When you eat canned fruit and syrup, you're getting the sugar without the fiber, and that lack of fiber makes it even easier for your blood sugar to spike and crash, leaving you feeling sluggish and weakening your muscle function over time. So, what should you do instead? First, skip the syrup altogether. If you enjoy the convenience of canned fruit, look for options labeled in water or 100% juice with no added sugar. These versions still offer convenience without the harmful effects of refined sugar. Better yet, opt for fresh or frozen fruits like blueberries, apples, or kiwi, which are naturally sweet and packed with antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins that support healthy muscle function. When buying frozen, check the label to make sure there's no added sugar or sweeteners. Finally, always check portion sizes. Even healthier fruits can raise blood sugar if consumed in excess, so eat them as part of a balanced meal with healthy fats and proteins to help slow sugar absorption and support muscle repair. In short, canned fruits in syrup might save time, but they come at a cost to your leg strength and overall health. Choose wisely, and your legs will thank you with strength and stability for years to come. Fruit juice, especially orange or apple. You may think sipping a glass of fruit juice is a healthy way to start your day, especially if it's labeled 100% pure. But here's a surprising truth. Fruit juice, even the ones that sound innocent like orange or apple juice, can silently be weakening your leg muscles, especially for seniors. The first big issue with fruit juice is what's missing: fiber. When you eat a whole orange or apple, you get natural sugars alongside fiber, which slows down sugar absorption, keeps your blood sugar steady, and helps your body digest nutrients efficiently. But when those fruits are juiced, the fiber is stripped away, leaving you with a highly concentrated sugar bomb. In fact, some commercial fruit juices contain as much sugar, if not more, than soda. Yes, right. Your morning juice might be just as harmful to your muscles as a can of cola. Why is that such a problem for leg strength? First, the sugar rush from juice leads to a spike in blood sugar followed by a rapid crash. This crash can cause fatigue and poor muscle recovery, especially after activity. Over time, these sugar spikes contribute to insulin resistance and inflammation, two major players in muscle breakdown and weakness. Seniors are particularly vulnerable here. As we age, our ability to regulate blood sugar naturally declines, and muscle mass begins to decrease. Adding regular juice consumption into the mix only worsens that cycle. It doesn't fuel your muscles, it drains them. Another sneaky downside to fruit juice: It can mess with your hydration and mineral balance. Many juices, especially orange juice, are high in potassium. Now, potassium is a critical mineral for muscle function, but too much, especially when consumed in large, concentrated amounts without enough water or balance from other electrolytes, can lead to imbalances. This can result in muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, or overall weakness, none of which help you stay strong on your feet. Even more, fruit juice doesn't hydrate you the way water or whole fruits do. Some juices act as mild diuretics due to their sugar content, increasing urination and potentially contributing to dehydration. Dehydrated muscles are tight, sore, and more prone to cramps, something no senior wants to deal with. So, what's the better alternative? Always choose whole fruits over juice. Eating an orange gives you fiber, vitamin C, and hydration, all while keeping your blood sugar steady. Need something to sip on? Try infused water. Add slices of lemon, berries, or cucumber to a pitcher for a refreshing and flavorful drink without the sugar overload. Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, or peppermint are also great choices, especially if you want something warm and soothing with added anti-inflammatory benefits. In short, fruit juice may seem healthy, but it's one of the most misleading items in your kitchen. By switching to whole fruits and smarter beverages, you'll support your muscles, balance your blood sugar, and keep your legs feeling strong and energized. Fruit 7. Dried fruits. When you think of dried fruits like raisins or dates, you might imagine them as a quick, nutritious snack, especially since they're made from real fruit. However, these tiny, chewy morsels pack a surprising punch when it comes to sugar and calories. For seniors, eating dried fruits regularly can silently sabotage your leg strength and overall health. The main issue with dried fruits is their sugar and calorie concentration. When fruit is dried, all the water content is removed, which makes the sugars more concentrated. For instance, a handful of raisins or dates could equal several pieces of fresh fruit in terms of sugar and calories. This dense sugar content can lead to rapid blood sugar spikes, especially when consumed in large quantities. For seniors, this is problematic because the body's ability to manage blood sugar tends to decline with age. High blood sugar levels over time can lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and even the development of diabetes, all of which are not only bad for overall health, but also specifically detrimental to leg strength. So how does all this sugar affect muscle health? Chronic inflammation plays a major role in weakening muscle tissues and increasing pain sensitivity. This means that if dried fruits are part of your regular diet, they could unknowingly be contributing to muscle fatigue, aches, and even making it harder to recover from physical activity. As you continue to eat foods that spike your blood sugar, it becomes harder for your muscles to repair themselves after exercise or simply daily movement, which can lead to weakened legs and difficulty maintaining balance. Another concern is that seniors, due to the small size of dried fruits, may find it easy to overeat. While it's harder to eat several whole pieces of fresh fruit, you can easily consume a handful or more of dried fruits in just a few bites. This excess can lead to unwanted spikes in blood sugar, making it a vicious cycle for your body to manage. However, that doesn't mean you have to completely avoid dried fruits. They do have some nutritional benefits, such as being rich in fiber, iron, and antioxidants. But moderation is key. If you choose to include dried fruits in your diet, consider pairing them with healthy fats or protein, like a handful of nuts or some yogurt. This can help slow down the sugar absorption, provide long-lasting energy, and support muscle health. Another tip: try to stick to small portions, just a few raisins or dates at a time, so you don't overconsume the concentrated sugars and calories. In summary, dried fruits, although convenient and tasty, are a double-edged sword when it comes to leg strength and overall health for seniors. They're calorie-dense and can lead to blood sugar spikes that trigger inflammation and muscle weakness. If you enjoy dried fruits, keep them to a minimum and pair them with healthy fats or proteins to help balance your blood sugar and protect your muscles. In conclusion, while fruits are often regarded as a cornerstone of a healthy diet, not all fruits are created equal, especially when it comes to seniors. Some fruits, though generally healthy, can do more harm than good when consumed in excess or without the right balance. Fruits like bananas, grapes, and dried fruits may have their own health benefits, but for seniors, they can contribute to muscle weakness, poor circulation, and even worsen underlying conditions like diabetes and kidney issues. The key to maintaining strong legs and overall health isn't about cutting fruit out of your diet entirely. It's about making smarter choices and practicing moderation. Choosing fruits that are lower in sugar, higher in fiber, and packed with nutrients like magnesium and potassium can make a big difference in supporting leg strength. Berries, papaya, and other low-glycemic fruits are great alternatives to the ones we've discussed. Pairing fruits with healthy fats and proteins will also help you avoid blood sugar spikes and keep your muscles nourished and strong. If you've been eating any of the fruits we mentioned regularly, now's the time to rethink your choices and opt for healthier alternatives. The right fruits consumed in the right ways can enhance your leg strength, improve circulation, and help you maintain your independence as you age. Which fruit surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If this video helped you or someone you love, hit the like button and subscribe for more health tips tailored specifically for seniors. Share this with your loved ones because everyone deserves to know how to keep their legs strong and their bodies healthy.